Toastmaster Rwitick, the first speaker. Don't stop when you are tired, stop when you are done. Number one thing which I always loved in your speech was credible credentials. Allow me to explain. I always look for credibility in a speech. Is the speaker and the message, are they in sync? Is the speaker's story in connect with what is he trying to convey? And I really love the way in which you brought in UPSC example, the grit, grind, and the struggle which involves. I love the way in which you brought that up. Number two, flow of thought. I really enjoyed the clarity of thought. You share your journey, and every story has the setup, struggle, and success. And I'm pretty sure you brought the setup really well, which is your UPSC preparation, the struggle of completing assignments, and I'm sure in the future you will achieve your success as well. Now, two recommendations out here: when you are quoting someone, try to make sure you are as specific or as precise as possible, because the quote which you shared by Muhammad Ali, it's actually, I hated every minute of training, but I said don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as champion. When you're quoting someone, make sure you quote as accurate as possible. And number two, embrace the power of pause. I noted down your reaction timing. Immediately when Abhijit gave you the topic, you started off. In fact, there was hardly zero point 0.1 milliseconds of reaction. And that was not just for you, for other speakers as well. So take time to observe the topic, soak in the wisdom. But anyways, I enjoyed listening to your speech. Next speaker, Aditi Samba. Dream without fear, love without limit. Aditi, you are a content library. Such rich content. It seems like content is oozing from your mouth, from Indra Nui to historians. But I feel, let me focus more on the recommendation. Embrace the power of pace and pause. And number two, pace and pause is something which you can overcome through practice. Acceptability of your speech. Now, how do as an audience I accept your message, your content? It's only when you share personal stories. So have personal stories to bring in credibility, to enhance the acceptability of your speech. Next up, we have Anirban Chaudhari. I loved your speech, man. Making mistakes is better than faking perfection. Although it was not relevant to the topic, but there are two things which I absolutely enjoyed. Lovely storytelling with relatable characters, the theme being social media, and my favorite, the message. Accept imperfection, and that's the best way to grow. Now, two recommendations out here. I wanted to know how you are improving every day, how you are growing every day. So that is one thing which you could have focused on. Number two is the relevancy to the topic, and number three, which is you have amazing smile, Anirban. When you said your name, I'm Anirban Chaudhari. Maintain that smile right throughout the speech. But anyways, I enjoyed listening to your speech, and I also appreciate the way in which you shifted gears. Once the red card is up, you started concluding. So I loved your approach. Next up, we have Siddharth Mohanty. Stay positive. Better days are on their way. Number one, practicality of approach. Though it looks easier on paper, but it's very difficult. I really appreciate the honesty and authenticity in which you shared your thoughts. Great gestures, especially when you said silver lining, you were very expressive with your hand gestures. And if there's one area of feedback which is eye contact, and I'm sure that you can overcome through repeated practice. I enjoyed listening to your speech. Next up, we have Subash. Anyone who has never made any mistakes has never tried anything new. Lovely approach, compare and contrast. Comfort versus difficulty. And number two, authenticity. You said I was not growing in my professional life because I was not growing. And accepting your mistakes in front of nearly 20 plus audience requires courage. And people connect a lot with failure stories than success. And I really appreciated the honesty and sincerity in which you shared your reflections. How can you improve? Number one, tone of your voice. Now, when you said I was frustrated, it's politics. So enhance your volume, play with your pace, and that is something which you will overcome through practice. And number two, relevancy of the topic. If I analyze your content, it was more, the topic was more about failures and mistakes, but yours was more about growth journey. And number three, which is I felt you overshooted a bit. Make your stories as concise and precise as possible. But anyways, you will evolve as a speaker as you attempt many more table topics. Next up, we have Tripti Mohaptra. Laughter is the closest distance between 2 points. Lovely relevancy to the topic. You gave us an imaginary scenario, which is also possible in the real world, about how people connect with a stand-up comedian, their jokes. Really loved it. And also, I appreciate the amazing hand gestures and facial expressions, especially when you said a smile and laughter. You are actually smiling and laughing. So I really loved that. And just one small subtle recommendation, maybe I feel that power of silence is something which you could embrace upon, because I feel that you I in the middle I did find to analyze your flow of thought. Maybe the next time when you try, just embrace the power of silence. Just be silent for 5 seconds, observe the topic, and then organize your thought. But anyways, I enjoyed listening to your speech. Next up, we have Rahul Saha. Don't count the days, make the days count. I love the interpretation of your topic. So the entire theme being continuity, and you gave Akshay Kumar as an example. Now, where you could improve upon is flow of thought. And one pro tip which I can give you is read as much as you can. Not the stuff in news and media. Read positive stuffs and books which will enhance your vocabulary, which will enhance your flow of thought. And reading has a lot of benefit, and it has helped me a lot as well. So read as much as you can positive literature, so that you can soak in the difficulty of any topic. By the way, reading also helps in grasping even the toughest table topics in the world, coming from the mouth of a division second first runner up. So you can accept this. I'm sure this tip will work for you. Dr. Sheikh, always deliver more than expected. Lovely choice of rhyming words, especially when they meet their objectives, they learn, and when they learn, they grow and they glow. I loved it. Where you could have improved upon logical connect with the topic. I felt your example as a doctor and then Toastmasters was slightly out of in sync with the topic. It was more of on the charity depend. It's more of I felt your the content which you spoke was more on the generosity aspect, and it sort of had a logical disconnect with the topic. Maybe embracing the power of silence, take 5 to 10 seconds to observe the topic so that you can organize your thought will greatly add clarity to your overall content. Now it's time for the last speaker, Subash. Anyone who has never, oh, sorry, I'm just, yeah, that's the problem when you have so many sheets. Shubham, life gets blurry, adjust your vision. Lovely, the first one which I love, comparison approach, ups and down, rough and happy, two sides of a coin. And number two, the authentic audacity. Now, what do I mean by that? You said I failed in pre-boards in mathematics examination, and you took it as a challenge. You accepted your mistake, and I love the way in which you were able to overcome and score 90% in your board examination and also get one of the best B schools in India. Now, there are certain recommendations where you could work on. Enact your characters. When you're telling any dialogue, you said your child will not do anything. Breathe in that character. Bring out the teacher by varying with your volume, your pace. You can enact like this. Your child will not do anything in life. Enhance your volume. Play with pace and volume. And last but not the least, just like how the topic is life gets blurry, adjust your vision. I feel at the conclusion, you sort of became blurred with your content, I felt. So in that case, I would, because I felt you poured all of the content, the conclusion, your message at one stretch. I felt slowing down at the conclusion so that I as an audience get time to soak in what you are giving us the message. But anyways, I enjoyed listening to your topic. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit.